Hey, what up? What up? What's good? Gonna make a quick video. This is just want to talk about the state of the middleweight division, and what's going on, and been going on the past couple days, and what's been going on in terms of news. And now we all know like the middleweight division is surrounded around Gennady Golovkin, Canelo, mostly, but we're hearing news that Canelo's team's moving on away from the Gennady Golovkin fight because Gennady Golovkin is mandating more. He wants a 50-50 fight, which I think Gennady Golovkin has a point on that. I think he should get more. Given that Canelo's been cheating and cheating, and I feel like Gennady Golovkin has that right. So now Canelo wants to move on and wants to fight Danny Jacobs, and I think that's now that I'm thinking about where Canelo's going about this, via default of the situation, I think that's good. It opens up a sort of a tournament, a tournament that was not really foreseen. When I say tournament, now if you got Canelo fight, say if the Canelo and Danny Jacobs fight happens, that gets done. This pushes Jermell Charlo and Gennady Golovkin matchup to be made, or it forces that situation to be talked about more and to be pushed more, and whoever the winners of those two fights, they probably could fight the two winners fight each other. I think that would be a good thing. So I think that would be a good situation. We also know that Gennady Golovkin had his IBF title stripped, probably because that his team did not make a decision, or we're very lackadaisical in terms of making the decision, and they got stripped. I don't know exactly who was his mandatory for the IBF. I think could have been Derevyanchenko. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. You guys can let me know, but he was stripped, and I think that's rightfully so. There's a lot of champions who feel like they can keep a certain title belt hostage, or keep the whole division hostage, waiting on you to make a decision, or lack thereof a decision. We had another situation like Thurman did the same thing. Keith Thurman did the same thing. Kept the division hostage, kept some titles hostage. Whether it was via injuries or not, that situation was not a good situation for the rest of the fighters who want to compete for a belt or such. So he was stripped of his IBF, and rightfully so. But hopefully some of these fights get made and mixed up. If the Canelo and Gennady Golovkin fight can't be made, then let's move on. Let's let another person get a shot at the title. You know what I'm saying? If that situation cannot be done, maybe at a later date, who the winners be, they'll fight each other. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the good direction of getting the division scrambled again. And there's other good fights. Gennady Golovkin and Triple G. Gennady Golovkin and Canelo is not the only good fight in the division. There's plenty of other good mix and match matchups that can be made, and I think this is good for the division. And like I said, I personally would love to see Jermell Charlo versus Gennady Golovkin. That's an explosive fight, just like the Canelo and Triple G fight was pretty good, action-packed, explosive. That Jermell Charlo poses another threat. Jermell Charlo is a huge middleweight fighter. Jermell Charlo can fight at 68 and 75 if he wants to. That's how big he is. I don't even know how he made 54, but that's a huge fight, and I would love to see that fight, man. Jermell Charlo. If you want to say even the Charlos period, or one of my favorite fighters, or one of my favorite exciting fighters, exciting fighters to watch, and I feel like he deserves that chance. Now whether that fight gets made, like I said, I don't know if I said this in a previous video before, but that fight, Jermall Charlo has no demands from his part. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to make his name for himself. Gennady Golovkin has made more of a name for himself, even though he had lack thereof competition, but he's made a name for himself. So there's no demand on Jermall Charlo's part. It's all up to Gennady Golovkin if he wants to fight him or if he's not going to at the stage of his career. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Gennady Golovkin, if he will fight him, he'll be the A side. Obviously, and Jermall Charlo will be the B side, and Jermall Charlo will oblige to anything that that fight demands. You know what I'm saying? He has no at his career any demands for any demands for that fight. From his side. Maybe at the second fight he had more demands, whether he wins or not. You know what I'm saying? But that'll be a good fight. I think the mix and match of the division is very important at this time. Canelo, and like I said, Canelo and Jacobs fight. There's been some talks a little bit. I think that'll be a good fight. For Canelo and Danny Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? Will Canelo be the same? You know what I'm saying? Will Danny Jacobs continue to fight to the level of his competitors? I don't know. Will he rise because of Canelo being a good fighter? We don't know. But this is the state of the middleweight division and my thoughts. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all later.